Wow. Sorry, I thought I had my mic on. I'm sorry. But yes, it's another day, another stream with me, Munii, and today we're working on some emotes. And thank you for the reminder to hydrate, and the pats, and the stretches. Bird's not here at the moment because he's taking a nap. Oh, sorry, hit my mic. We had a really rough night last night after playing some Yakuza. I'm gonna go check on the dog because I feel bad. I'm so sorry. Just started the stream. Puppy. Where are you screaming, mommy? Where are you screaming at mommy? Hey, why are you screaming at mommy? It's because you don't want mommy to stream without daddy? That one? Okay. You sit next to mommy. Let me see. But yes, we're working on some commissions. And you probably noticed I'm using a song from the, I believe, let me remember what it's called. Oof. The Virtual Sounds of Volume 1. And that's because usually when I play music, I like listening to a lot of YouTube music. The problem is, I'm not sure, because I'm dual streaming right now, I'm not sure how YouTube treats copyrighted music. So to avoid that, I'm using the Virtual Sounds volume that was made for VTubers to use. So hopefully everything will be fine in terms of the music. Fingers crossed. Because I really don't know. I can kind of skirt around it, I think, with Twitch. But I haven't really streamed that long on YouTube to really like know the rules. It's kind of weird to think that I've been like streaming on YouTube, not YouTube, on Twitch for so long. So I generally know what's allowed and what's not allowed. But for YouTube, I really just don't know that much. So just to keep things easy and simple, we're gonna do that. And yeah, we're gonna work on some commissions. We got some emote requests today, and I know that I'm starting stream like really early, but it's because I want to get this out of the way as soon as possible, mostly because once I start going back to school, my schedule is a little chaotic, especially for the first couple of weeks, and then but I get through these things, you know. I haven't drawn in so long, so it's gonna be interesting to see exactly how my style is gonna be. Just really fun. Oh, you're all calm now, puppy. All you need to be was on the pillow of kings. Okay, let us go to Quip Studio. Let me actually just make this bigger. Don't know why it wasn't big enough. Whoops. Let me just change everything. I kind of like it's like I think the main reason why I brought up the music thing is because I have a habit of like kind of like humming along sometimes to songs that I'm listening to, and I know it's not going to make any sense to people like maybe watching my streams because they're going to be like, that's not the song that's being played, that's not the rhythm, and it's because I'm listening to something else completely different. So I hope you don't mind if I do end up humming along, that you don't mind that the music's a bit different. Okay, let's see if I can position everything as nicely as possible so I can see chat. I should also write down what exactly I need to be drawing today. So let's see. I'm also using a different angle for my using a completely different angle for my what's it called, for my tablet. Yeah, that's the correct term. Tablet. You think I would know words. Words is hard. So the problem of using it like a completely different tablet or angle is that I don't have my armrest, and it's technically a better angle, but it's like I have to like kind of get readjusted to everything. God, my handwriting is garbage. Okay, let me just rewrite that. God, it's embarrassing. You guys get to see my handwriting. I haven't shown you guys my handwriting in so long. Okay, let's see. Oh God, right. Where's everything? Eraser, pen. Oh my God. Where is everything? Oh, I like how I didn't collapse anything. I just glanced over to see what layer I'm on, and apparently I'm on layer 212. Oops. I should really be collapsing a lot of these, shouldn't I? I'll collapse it later. It's okay. We're in the draft sheet anyways. Wow, handwriting. I wonder if anybody is like shocked at how bad my handwriting is. Because this is actually not that much different from how I write in real life, honestly. Let's see, this one is rage. This one is hug. Fish. Oh my God, how can anybody read what I'm trying to write? Hug. And this is why I get Bart to write stuff sometimes instead of me, because I'm garbage at it. Hi, Laria. Pat. Cozy. There we go. Okay. And we do that. We just make it really fit. We go like that. And we start working on the sketches. I was thinking like for sippies, like maybe something like that. Maybe I should like put this back here and then make another layer. My multiple layers. Angle this a little bit better for me. Let me just tuck this up here. I miss my elbow rest like so much, honestly. Okay, the request specifically. Oh my, that's why I had it. Okay. This is what will work. So then I can see everything. So the request specifically for this one is drinking out of a teacup. I need to learn to like simplify some of my styles because then it's better read. I do know that sometimes I do a little bit too detailed in non-necessary areas, I think, when it comes to drawing emotes. Maybe like that. Because it's not cute, you know what I mean? That's always like the struggle, maybe. Kind of make the teacup a bit, kind of interesting angle, right? Have maybe the plate here. Have this ear up. And then we'll carve it out a bit more, but just have like the rough sketches first. Like that, and then and then I'm thinking like maybe like cat eyes now that I'm thinking. Maybe more like that? No. Maybe. I feel like I need to be more expressive, you know? I'll go back to that maybe later. Then we have a sign. Maybe like that. Maybe more like this. Like that. Let's make this a little bit more up here. So there's not that bunch of like empty space. That. Then we want to have the rage. Angry sign. Like that, maybe. Like that. Fishy. Maybe more. No, that's not the right expression I'm looking for. And then we'll have it up here. We'll have the fish's maybe other eyes bulging out. that. I'll probably change the angle just a little bit. As well. Something like that. Maybe more that. Like that. Oh, hi Kay, how are you? I like how you say you're hearting Illyria, but not me. I see how it is. Are you back home yet? Or did you just hanging out? What? Yeah, I've been home since Friday. I don't have your schedule. No, but welcome home then. Welcome home. Heart our girl. Maybe you should, nerd. She got the whole... I like how you guys aren't even including coffee in that, technically. That looks like it's unsure. How are you and Bard doing? Bard is actually sleeping right now. I'm going to flip these ones. Barda was tired because I forgot my story. I can't believe that. Bard, he has work today, so he tries to go to bed like pretty that does not look good for that one at all. Only the angry one. Okay. Bard goes to bed usually. We'll just say like what time? He tries to go to bed like 9 or 10 my time, which is like be 1 a.m., 12 a.m. But last night, he went to bed around 11, and Coffee was being, as Coffee is, a little shit. And I guess because we didn't, Bard didn't really let Coffee go potty before bed. Unfortunately for Bard, he started to smell some stuff. And it was pee-pee. So Coffee had pee-peed on the bed. And luckily it wasn't on our bed, it was on Coffee's bed. But because Bart and Coffee like sleep right next to each other, we have a little pedestal we put Coffee on. Bart's like in his half sleep is like, something smells like pee. And he's like, oh, Coffee, did you pee on your bed? And so, yes, Coffee did a pee on the bed. So I didn't want Bart to feel like he had to wake up to wash his bed. So I got it all set up so that Coffee was returned to be comfortable. And then in the end, Coffee just climbed on our bed anyways and was like, fuck it, I'm not sleeping on a towel, I'm sleeping on the human bed. But I think he was, so we don't know if Coffee got anything on him per se. All I know is that the bed looks pretty clean, so we're assuming everything is fine. But dang. So right now, Bard is catching up on some much needed sleep. And he might come by a bit later, depending on how long I go on for today. Because usually when Bard and I take a nap in the middle of the day, we like wake up, I think like after a couple of hours, because we try not to sleep for too long. I need to think about how big I want the sign, right? I should probably do. We'll do that. It's paw print. But otherwise, Bard's doing pretty good. I assume. What? Are you doing good, Coffee? Are you telling the world how you totally didn't pee the bed? You didn't pee the bed? I know, you're just a humble puppy of 7 years who's too old to pee his bed. You wouldn't pee on the bed, no? No? It's slander. It's slander. I don't know, he hasn't done that kind of mistake before in like such a long time. So I was kind of surprised. But, you know... And he can also... Okay, here's the funny thing, chat. He can also climb down. He can hop down from where he's sleeping. He just can't get back up. So, like, I don't know why Coffee was just like, you know what would be a good idea? I'm gonna pee on the bed. So... Dog logic, you know? But yeah, otherwise we're good. Like, Bard finished work just a couple hours ago. Let's see. Not sure if Rika wants me to draw this with an angry face or not. That looks so weird. Maybe more. Like that, maybe? I feel the angry one also needs to be redrawn too. It's like one of those like things where like you're not really satisfied with how the sketch looks. I'm thinking really hard how to do the angry emote. No, like that doesn't translate very well, I don't think. Maybe more something like that. Maybe something more like that. I also feel like I really need to redo some of my emotes too. So I guess it's like... So this is also a good like exercise for me to like think about how I want to draw my updated emotes, I guess. I need to simplify. Hi, Captain Boo Boo. How are you? Maybe that. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I'm just working on commissions. Maybe not the fire eyes. The fire eyes are like too distracting for me. I want them to look up. Just trying to get the right look for Rika. No, it's looking good. Thank you, thank you. No, how do I have to visualize how do I do a fist? Or maybe I can do this. A hidden one, kind of. Kind of a hidden. Also, there you go. Adding to the pile. What would you, just message me what you would like me to make for you, Illyria. Remake of Peak 4 model? Okay. Maybe we'll do this. We'll do that. Do kind of a word bubble. Have her hand here. Imply right there. Like that. I like the idea of this. I like the idea of this, so hopefully Rika does too. I'm the type who flips people off, honestly. Then like that. Question. Yes, what is your question, Illyria? Do you think it's possible to squeeze Camille into the peak emote? I mean, it's possible, but it like picking from above or something, it'd be possible, but it's just gonna be very tiny, and that could be that could be the issue for it, because at the end of the day, these emotes are actually very small, and like even I actually put way too much detail into the emotes as is, because sometimes even if I put like a lot of detail into something, it's not transferable. Oh, I know, yeah. Most people don't notice her, but it's cute when they do. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to do, like let's say we draw another peak emote, like updated peak emote, right? All right. We draw you a bit lower, maybe. Like that. It could be something like that, I guess. Yeah, that's what I had in mind. Yeah, we could do that. Just send me which outfit or design if it's like updated. Because I know you have different costumes. I'm not sure if that will change anything for the peak design specifically. But it's especially important if you want hairstyle difference or change. It won't matter since clothes won't show. That's true. That's true. And my hair doesn't change. But yeah, thank you for the pop hat. Very appreciate it.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
Thank you for the reminder. I'm really sad though, recently, because Bart and I went grocery shopping to buy some carrots for a curry. And I was hoping that my favorite drink was actually on sale. It was no longer on sale, and I was like, no. Conflict. Eventually plan on getting them all remade. Just have to wait till I pay off the art, then financial issue that cropped up. I see. No worries. Are they all going? Are you planning on trying to get them all include Camilla? It's kind of funny. You're more on top of like keeping art stuff updated than me. Like Bart and I are like, I feel like we're so lazy with our own stuff, but we're like on top of everybody else's stuff. We really need to work on that, I feel. Not really. I've had my mom for like 7 to 8 months. I'll see what we can squeeze Camilla in. No worries. Hmm. See. Just draw this one right more here. Like that maybe? It's hard to see, but she is on here. And also here. Oh yeah, if you click on it. Man, I'm really bad at sneaking coffee. I actually need to update coffee's art. I was starting to think people like her more than me. You're including her when I can. It's almost like a hidden Mickey. That's why you can look at it. Like, Camilla's like your hidden Mickey. Just need a... But yeah, in terms of like people liking other people more than you, that's how I feel. But when Bard's on my stream, people like Bard more than me. I think it's kind of interesting. People like the guests more than they like the actual person on the channel. So I think sometimes people like me a little bit more on Bard's channel and vice versa. So while we wait for Rika to get back to me on this for now. What should we do? Should we sketch some concept emotes for future stuff? For future reasons. Or actually we can get started actually on we can actually get started on Aluria's request. I think about it, Allure, since we have to wait on Rika for a bit anyways. Oh my god. I just looked at how many layers I have on here. And like... I have like 500 layers. You're in no rush? No worries. It's like part of the process is waiting for people to approve sketches. So no worries about like just getting like the sketches done and out of the way. The faster I get them done, like the better, right? What layer is this? Like that, maybe? Opa. It also like shows, I guess, the improvement. Since I've drawn this before, I know the general pose at least. Whereas with Rika, I had to do a really rough sketch so I can get an idea if that's what she's looking for. And then also your model did update, so... Because Marissa really updated your design, so we have to make sure that we properly capture the model. Maybe not that. And then fix the hair up here. Maybe more like this. And then we have the flower here. That. And then Marissa did such a great job with your concept. So this is what I'm thinking so far in terms of the update. Like that. Like we remove the table so then we can bring you lower down. We can also have like, I guess, actually have a line down here, so like that. Are you happy as for like me? Oh, it looks like I made you upset. I can also make you change expression. Oh, thank you for giving Illyria the gifted sub. I really appreciate it. You really didn't have to give us more subbies. I'll probably be a few months, but I will just commission remakes of all the emotes. No worries. And I really appreciate it. I think, like, again, I think Marissa made a really good reference sheet because I can see this is like so much better than I feel this is like significantly better than when I first started. Before I never had a solid design. Oh, I need to turn my light on. It's so dark in here. Thank you for being so quiet, buddy. Well, what's that ringing noise? You coffee. I just had to open up all the stuff, all the machines. Coffee was immediately like, "Are you abandoning me, mommy?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not abandoning you. I just had to get the stuff." Right, Coffee? I just needed to open the other stuff. Yeah. Hello, welcome, welcome. How's your guys' stream going? Oh. Do you want down, Coffee? If I put you down, are you gonna scream? You can't scream at Daddy. You promise? I'll trust you though. Hi, Frog. How are you? Good. Good. We're dying because we're paying attention to this. No, pay attention to your game. All I can say is it has a scares seal of a sorry, why is it Sky's seal of approval. That's good. Peak is the most used emote. So it's good that we are updating it then, right? No, we want the ears. I'm also trying to go with like thicker lines to make it more bold. Excuse me. I call them peekers. Oh, that's. Sorry, I didn't mean to like. We were like, ugh. That's you. Thank you. Thank you. Trying to be careful with how I do the expression. That made her look more frog-like for some reason. Then gotta make sure we do. And then your gloves are dark brown. So I'll make it. And then what color did I make the bow? I made the bow black for some reason. Man, sometimes I make really interesting choices. That's what happens when you don't, I think, draw for a while. Can't forget to draw Camilla. And then we'll just put placeholder for the eyes. Okay. Now I need to have the color references. Oh, I didn't realize you had some lip piercings. For some reason, I didn't realize. I'm so observant. I observe very well. to erase some of this. All the peaks. Me and Bart both don't have peak emotes, do we? You think we would. Maybe. I'm gonna be sad to retire the older one. I mean, you can always keep it on the Discord for yours. Do you ever really need to retire when it's on a different platform, you know? Oh, I forgot to plug the ears. And then I need to remember to do the earrings as well. Need to... Do you want Daddy to save you? Is that what you're calling for? Coffee? If I put you down, are you going to bother? You going to bother Daddy? Hey, go. Go. Oh my god, he really is. That's so mean of me. Let me be back. I'm gonna be back. Coffee. Hey. Let me color this. That. Trying to clean this up as much as possible as well. Trying to think how I want to do this. Yeah, we'll do that for now. And then we do this. And that multiplies. Oh, and I put an Anki. I pressed my Anki button. Didn't even realize. That's what the problem when you put certain hotkeys on, you don't even think about it. I'm so focused. Yeah, compared to the first one, wow, I really... Compared to the first one and the current one, granted, I didn't draw the bow quite yet. It looks much cleaner so far, which I can say. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can go back to me. Oh, how I love having dogs. Don't you know, chat? Having dogs is so peaceful. And then I need to make sure I draw the bow. I'll just draw it on for you. But I'm not gonna sleep all day. I have to force it to exercise so it looks a lot cleaner. I might be in the wrong chat. Are you? Are you though? The will looks great so far, by the way. Thank you. Erika also got back to me on her comments on the on her update about what if I might actually continue working on that after or wherever she get back to me on her response. You know, just making things efficient as possible. here. Yeah. Put this one. Maybe change this a little bit. Oh, I see somebody behind me.
Yeah.
You want to say hi to chat?
Hello, chat.
Were you chasing your son?
I am.
Did he wake you up?
He's being crazy.
Did he wake you up? I'm
No,
sorry.
he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't. Yeah, I was gonna get up. Anyway.
I completely forgot about dinner.
Oh yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't have a hot dinner for my husband.
No, we'll figure.
I'm
something
a terrible housewife.
out. Well, what? No, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out, or I'll get something. Okay.
How do you like the remade peak emote
Oh.
compared to the old one? So the old one's right here.
Oh. Oh, so these are all like redos of the.
Not all.
Uh-huh.
Illyria asked, redeemed a emote, and she is working on actually getting them redone.
Oh, okay. No, that's pretty good though.
Yeah, Marissa did a really good job on the
design, right?
the design
Yeah.
and also like the character sheet, so it's really easy to follow. So now it's much cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, slight improvements to my own art. Just slight, not as good. Like I'm getting there.
Good job so far, though. I do like how you have the other one peeking in.
Camilla?
Yeah, Camilla.
That was a specific request.
Yeah, that's actually really neat.
I'm at like 570.
Oh wow.
This is what happens when I don't collapse any layers. Oh, now he's found his toy.
Oh yeah, he's found it.
Well, not like it was lost. Coffee has a very specific toy he loves passionately. Actually, you know what? I'll just put that part of the design of the ribbon, because that's what seems Marissa did. But how was your nap?
It was okay. It was like I didn't mean to nap for so long though.
Yeah, you were just kind of just sleeping.
Yeah, I was like, oh, oops.
Well, how long were you planning on sleeping for?
Like maybe half an hour.
That was definitely not half an hour.
That was not. Yeah, that was not. Well, it's okay. It's okay.
So, maybe people didn't hear this at the beginning of the stream. And Bart doesn't know this either. But Bart can see I'm listening to YouTube music right now. But that's not what chat's here listening to right now.
Alright.
Because I didn't know the rules on YouTube for their music.
Oh.
So I didn't want to risk it, so I muted the YouTube browser.
Uh-huh.
Or I muted the music.
Yeah.
So chat can't hear what I'm listening to.
Oh, I see, I see.
which is all lewd audiobooks. No, just kidding. No, it's like VTuber music. But like the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't know if I'm gonna get copyright struck.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was just like, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just going to make chat listen to some copyright music. Or not copyright free music, rather.
Yeah. Sorry, chat.
You can't listen to... Because I know the rules for Twitch, not the rules for YouTube.
Yeah.
So instead of being all like... I feel like YouTube is a little bit more strict about the music part, I think.
It might be, I don't know. Like, YouTube's, like, both YouTube and Twitch have very odd, like, rules.
Well, it's not
like
necessarily odd. It's so they don't get sued.
Yeah.
Sometimes this ribbon honestly reminds me of White Mages.
Oh, what, from Final Fantasy?
Yeah. It does that for you?
You know, when you start doing, yeah, actually, when you start coloring it in and stuff, right?
Now that you're awake now, he's just squeaking on the toy.
Yeah. He's squeaking on it like a potato.
Like a potato, he is. I guess we're having instant noodles, unless we want to go out to grab something. What do you feel like having for dinner?
We'll figure it out. Maybe we will grab something. Who knows? You know?
Yeah, there's a couple drive-thrus. We can think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can think about it.
Yeah, so have the color blocking in. Okay, we'll save this for now. Because I need to check on Rika's violence prevention. I'm trying to go with more bolder lines too.
Yeah.
Like compared to previously.
It makes sense to do that though, because you can see it better, you know, like since the size of it, right?
I'm also following Marissa's color
Yeah.
reference as well. Or did they grab the correct part of her face though? It's hard to tell sometimes, right?
It's hard to tell sometimes. You can actually put the reference on the side there to color drop from. So
Ouch, can you?
Yeah, you can do that.
But this is an older one, isn't it?
Well, we'll figure it out next time. I don't wanna mess with your workflow right now. But yeah, there is a tab that you can add to the side even if it is an older file.
It's a slightly different shade. I grabbed, I think, the cheek. It's okay. Like,
yeah, it's fine.
Barely noticeable. But, here. But I'm just like, her Lily isn't as pink as she used to be, so. So what did you dream about? Was it me?
Yes, I was dreaming about you.
Oh my god. A lot of just clarification for that. So many struggles with my skin tone. I've always had Marissa correct it once. I didn't want to ask again. To be frank, my mom's skin tone is a bit lighter than I like. Oh, I can make it a bit darker then. Oop. What layer is this? It's fine since it matches the model. Okay. It's tricky when, honestly, unless you have like a very, like what's the word I'm looking for? Unless you have like the specific color. And it's hard. It's always hard because everyone interprets color differently.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's just say the reason I'm lighter is more because I just accepted it. I mean, like, on one hand, I totally get what you mean, Larry. You don't want to be that person. Of, like, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. But at the end of the day, you're paying for it. That's what someone said to me when I was conflicted. It's one of those things where it's just like, even for me, when I used to get, well, I still get my nails done every so often, but when I got my nails done, we both rarely complain whenever we get art done.
Yeah.
It helps that we're both paler people. Yeah, I've been told that repeatedly, yeah. And it's hard to like be like, hey, I would want these changes because you don't want to be an inconvenience. I think that's what it comes down to it, right?
Yeah.
Or you don't want to seem like a dick about your preferences. But you know, it's okay to do that, you know what I mean? It gets frustrating, I totally get it. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't get what you want. I don't want to be annoying. Hi, Pumpkin. No, you don't have to, you don't have to think of it as like you're being annoying. Like, it's trouble, especially if you're a tanner person, right? And people don't seem to get you can never get this right shade. You know what I mean? It's an example of how I wanted to like, That's why I like to do color grabs when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Bart? What's your opinion?
What, when I'm drawing like
When it comes to color?
Yeah, I actually do like just color grabbing from the original or a model or something like that, because like it's hard to match it sometimes, and then when you, especially when you're doing an illustration, right? Like sometimes the lighting that you do changes the color a bit, but at the very least, if you color grabbed it, you know that the base is the right color that it's supposed to be, right? So, you know, it's like, it's better than to try and figure it out on your own most of the time.
But like even Bart and I both completely understand not wanting to inconvenience other people.
Yeah.
Like we have a new model that we're hoping to get in the. Oh no, we're revealing too much. No, you guys already know.
You guys kind of already know if you've been following us on the Twitter. And we were honestly supposed to get it like months ago. Yeah, we're still waiting, but at the same time, you know, we understand that.
Yeah.
Like, life happens, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, it seemed like the artist that we hired, now she's very trustworthy, which is why we don't mind. But I feel like I always I have a knack for picking artists when like they're going through a rough time. And it's been delayed, I think 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times now.
And I think for a while they were kind of nervous mentioning it to us that they were kind of going through something.
Yeah, but it's like for us, I think it's not about having to have it on time and stuff like that. It's just having updates, right? Like anything. It's like, you know, even if there's no progress and stuff like that, as long as you're saying like, oh, you know, you're saying, oh, I didn't do anything, but this is why and stuff like that for this month. I think it's better than to say is staying quiet.
Yeah.
And stuff and not saying anything at all, right?
Yeah, because that happened with my original model.
Oh yeah.
I love Lolo Mama's art. I still think about recommissioning her, honestly. Yeah. And I can't color graph from this on stream. But that's a pretty color.
That is, yeah.
But I'm such an innocent stream. I think actually color-wise, it's not far off from what I changed it to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna actually switch it to the different monitor.
Well, maybe
it's not actually that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of close. Yeah,
getting closer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still waiting for something I ordered back in May. Yeah. I waited for my VTuber model. I think I ordered it. I ordered my original model back in May, and I was like almost a year later. Almost a year.
Yeah.
Kind of same story with my... So you guys know that I have emotes I did not draw myself. Granted, this person, I originally hired them to rig my model, and then I realized that their backlog was so bad that I was like, hey, I don't think it's going to work out. Can I just switch it to emotes? And then the emotes almost took a year to finish or get to. If I remember correctly. I might be exaggerating that. I'm going to be completely honest. It's been a while. And Bart and I, as artists, we get it. We 100% get it. You actually were that person who didn't work on someone's art for a while.
Yeah.
Back when you first started doing commissions.
Yeah.
Very early on in Bart's career. Not anymore. To be clear, chat, not anymore.
Yeah.
But you had that incident, and someone was very polite to give you a proper wake-up call about it.
Yeah. This is early on when I started, and this was not a like an art commission. This was like a work thing too, and stuff like that. And they gave me
a big wake-up call.
Yeah, a big wake-up call about it, right? So I kind of learned in a very professional setting. Not gonna lie, it was kind of like, oh shoot, like, you know, and I learned very quickly. Just like what I said earlier. They told me basically, you know, it's not the fact that you want to keep somebody in the dark, because if you keep somebody in the dark, it's even worse, right? All you have to do is say something. You don't even have to have progress. You just got to say something. Because even if it's constantly being pushed back, right, you are at least communicating that and not letting them think you disappeared into the night. So, you know, like, as long as you're doing that, they might still not be happy with you, right? But, you know, at the very least, they know you're there. You know?
And you're trying to be transparent.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the biggest part for us, especially as we get older, is about being transparent. I never want you guys to think that I'm going to run away with your money.
Yeah, correct. And I think that's the worst part about, you know, staying mum, about, you know, things that you're supposed to do and stuff like that. It's like if you give them the like the idea that, oh, you're just not gonna communicate anymore, then they're gonna start thinking about, you know, like getting mean with you and stuff like that, rightfully so, right? So it is definitely worth it as a person who has taken on a commission or a job or of any kind to be very communicative about things. Like, don't stay quiet and, just always give updates even when there aren't any, Just be like, if there's no update, it's just, hey, I wasn't able to get to it this week. Yeah, but I promise you, next week I'll be able to give you more.
Something, right?
Yeah, give you something. You can probably expect it on X day, right? Something like that, right? And then it also gives you basically a time limit and stuff like that, right?
Because, to kind of get your shit together.
Yeah, because now you've promised it, so you got to deliver it, right? Like, so, yeah, it's like, it's all, this sort of thing is like, something that a lot of artists should, kind of get used to
and practice. Yeah,
and practice.
It's hard though. We totally get it. It's scary. It's scary to tell someone I'm not able to do it.
Yeah,
like Barton and I both probably experienced it on our own time, trying to admit to someone, hey, I just can't do the thing you're asking. But you feel so much better once you get it out.
Yeah, at least you've given them a solid answer, and whether or not you can continue the project or like you get an extension in time and stuff like that, right? That you just feel better about it instead of being like, oh no, like now you're afraid to talk to them about it and stuff like that, It's a hard lesson for a lot of people to learn though when they first doing commission work of any kind,
Yeah, that's what you always say too. Yeah. But yeah, that's the current semi-issue we have with our most recent model that we are thinking about possibly debuting next year.
now it's definitely going to be next year.
we hope that we are able to do it next year. We'll just say that, right?
Yeah.
And well, I have to rig it too. That's the additional thing we have to work on though.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
Thank you for a reminder.
Oh.
I'm not sure that's my mom's water or not though.
No, this is mine.
I left it. It was right here though. There was another one.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought I put it there yesterday. Okay, we're gonna put this back here.
Well, let me check if there's another water behind the monitor. Oh no, it is your water. It is your water.
Oh, okay.
How hard would it be to change skin tone of one? Since you have experience in models, it's not actually that hard. It's really easy. Well, there's two ways to do it. How to express it? I guess I can show my model, right? First thing I want to say this, because not everybody's comfortable with this, and I am guilty of doing it. Get your models, original artists, and ask them if it's okay to do modifications. Because there are artists out there who do not feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And you have to respect their
like original
comfort levels.
Yeah.
I was worried about that because I don't want to ask her something that's a pain in the ass. It's depends on the to be clear, it always depends. Everything always depends because if you look on over here, every part of my body has its own layer. Everything that you need to cut, right? In theory, it's actually not that difficult to skin change everything. Because it can just be like a simple, what's the easy part that's pretty easy to identify?
Maybe like, well, you could try the hair or the clothes, right?
Well, no, it has to be the skin tone.
Oh, there you go.
We'll do the face.
Yeah.
You have to find the base of the face. It's both easy and difficult. How about that? That's actually the proper way of looking at it. So this is the base color of the skin tone. Actually, I can probably we'll just do the entire Just gonna put all the face into one folder. And then let's look at my skin tone right now. This is not including the eyes and all the other something. So it's not gonna be perfect, but it's going to be giving you an idea of what it's like. Say I wanna make my, I have red right here. So we'll just color that. Just gonna, right? So you can see what parts I would actually have to change. So I say it's easy, and it's also not easy, but it can be easy as like doing like multiply, you know, for example, of just like changing certain aspects of it. Mm-hmm. There's also a great way to seeing the mistakes my mama did. Color. Or color, right? Like it's not a huge change, but it actually makes my skin a bit more pink.
Yeah.
And then there's ways to do it in VTube Studio itself, but again, it's the only thing that's annoying about it is that you have to go through every single layer, and it depends on how broken up your model is. If your model is broken up so that every single skin part is separate from certain parts of the body, it's not a huge task. But if your model is extremely detailed, it becomes a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie, but that's one of the things where it's one of those things where you have to communicate it early. But and you're probably worried about like, oh, that is a giant splotch. I can just, what was it called? Mask it onto the model so it doesn't actually affect anything. But you can see that my face is different. I don't want to change too much of it, but like again, ask your own, like even if you get like say you hire someone else to do it, because you can hire someone else to do it.
Oh, Munii is gamma powered now.
Yeah, like for example, like it's technically not that difficult.
Yeah.
Technically is the word I want to say. Yeah, man, it's gonna do yourself not do it via mesh. Yeah, it always comes down to like how much work you want to do into it. It just takes time. It's just time that really.
Yeah, and every artist has their own workflow. So, you know, like for some artists it's really easy. I know for me, if I broke down my like from breaking down previously like a model that I did, right? I have a hard time doing it, but it's only because of my own inexperience, right? Where somebody that's way more experienced with live 2D models can probably do it much easier, because it depends on how organized you are with your layers and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, it also comes into like layer organization and stuff like that. You don't want Marissa to hate you, so you'll leave it alone. I mean, like, if anything, if you pay her, that's what it comes down to. Like it would be the same for someone who's like, this is a weird way of looking at it. It'd be the same if you were asking someone to fix your website for you.
Yeah.
There's a reason why some artists will charge you based on the number of revisions you want to do. Yeah. They don't care how many revisions you want. They may find it annoying, but at the end of the day, if you're paying them really well, they're not going to hate you.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just going to be like, this is a pain in the ass, but what can I say? Money's money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What Byron and I are trying to say is that don't feel afraid of, if something's not right, just to say something. If you feel that it's an inconvenience to the artist, you can just pay them more or tip them better if that's how you honestly feel. Or you show them like very specifically what you want. It could be anywhere from, and when we say like show people specifically what you want, we mean you have to be very, very specific. Oh, I tend to pay naturally. Yeah. Like you have to like take a picture of exactly what color you want. And if an artist I'm not saying Marissa will do this. I'm sure Marissa is an excellent artist, but there are some artists out there, unfortunately, if you have seen, who do refuse to color people darker. Yeah, now I have a proper reference for it. Exactly. So I think like if you're saying like, hey Marissa, for the next update, I would just like to update the skin tone because it's not exactly where I want it. And this is where I would like to get it at, because like look at one thing you can look
Drink
at.
water, you dehydrated
Hi, thanks, Gage.
bitch.
Thank you for the reminder to hydrate. Think of it like this. Iron Mouse has two models.
Mm-hmm.
She has a model that's now tan, that's more closely resembles, and I'm not sure if it more closely resembles her actual skin tone. But she has two models with two different skin tones, right? She has her Puerto Rican skin tone, I'm assuming, or a skin tone that's more closer to what she maybe looks like, versus her white skin tone, right? Which is more based on like whatever I guess she could get. And I think back then, especially in the early days of YouTube or VTubing, a lot of people did prefer to have lighter skinned models because, you know, the market was anime Japanese models, right?
Yeah. It was that anime aesthetic that they were just trying to stick with. Yeah.
So I'm not saying that people are trying to stigmatize against people who are a darker skin tone on purpose. There are definitely those people out there who don't feel comfortable doing darker skin tone because they feel like they may not do it justice, or they're assholes and don't want to do it, you know, because there are some people who don't want to touch anything that's darker than a piece of paper, so to speak. And I'm gonna admit it, I'm not very experienced with drawing people of different skin tones other than pale. However, I do try my best to, when I have the opportunity, I do try my best to try to draw people of different skin types. The only one I can think of that I drew on my own is, now, unfortunately, this will never be used by anybody because of circumstances. But I drew a past friend, and I tried my best to actually capture her skin tone. Actually, at the time, I didn't know what she looked like, and I actually happened to was pretty accurate to her skin tone later. I found out. But you can see there's like areas I could have improved on, right? Instead of making it like some parts of it muddied, in my opinion, look a little muddied, right? And this is only my example of what I've experimented with. I can't say that I am experienced at drawing people of color. I honestly should be more. I should try practicing more, or try to look for more opportunities to draw people of different skin tones. But sometimes you don't get those opportunities, honestly. Like, you know, and it can be a challenge, especially with I think like even Japanese illustrators.
Yeah.
There's one Japanese illustrator that I really like. I haven't seen their work in a while though.
Oh yeah.
They're gender neutral, so I believe. But they love drawing darker skin toned characters. Like their OCs are darker skinned, right? And they're very good at it. It has the same anime aesthetic, but with like, you know, some like obviously black characteristics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, their coarse hair, for example. And then I guess some people were like, oh, why are you drawing people like that? I don't know, for whatever reason, because internet will always get mad at something. And then they had to actually ask the internet, oh, is it okay for me to draw people like this? And I'm just like, yes, because people who are black come in all shapes and forms, whether they're Blasian or they're not.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. And that's just a discussion on people.
Like, the internet is fueled by rage, okay? We all know that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oops. Giant death orb. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our discussion on that. I'm pretty sure you all signed up for that, you know.
And that was my Tech Talks. We'll see you
Make
next
sure to
time.
tip your waiter.
Yeah.
No, but at the end of the day, right? It's for Bart and I at least. What we value the most is if you try.
Yeah. You know?
Right? We can't fault people for trying to learn as opposed to staying ignorant about something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what's the point of getting angry at someone who doesn't know something?
Yeah, you know.
It's actually one of my issues with the VTuber community sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's always the belief of my way or the highway with VTubers, I find, or things should be this way because this is how it is for everyone. I don't know. One of the stupidest things that has angered the internet, and I see it from both sides, don't get me wrong, was how a corpo VTuber she had she wanted to post a lewd meme.
Oh, okay.
And she did. And her company told her to remove it. And she had to apologize or something along the lines of that, right? So on one hand, I completely understand why people are upset on her behalf, because like on one hand, like, you are an entertainer and you're trying to be trendy, you're trying to stay along like what other people are posting, and you know, you're kind of cock blocking possible traffic by doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the other hand, what I don't think a lot of people think about is whether or not that company is culturally very conservative or not. And for some people, it may not really fucking matter.
Yeah.
And that's just me making a huge assumption too. Don't get me wrong. Because I actually don't know the company at all. I don't know their history. I don't know if they're if they have a history of doing that to the other talents, or if it's just this talent, for example, right? And they just were deeply uncomfortable with whatever she posted. However, everybody seems to be so upset at the fact that she wasn't allowed to post a pregnancy meme post about it, or breeding post, you know, so to speak. And my only point is, I'm not saying that this company is Muslim, but if it was,
yeah,
I would understand completely why the company would be very uncomfortable with breedable or breed me kind of meme. Again, I'm not making that claim, but if they're from a company that happens to have like a Muslim culture, as an example, this is just as an example, it's deeply uncomfortable. Now, granted, the reason why it's probably not that is because that's a weird. It's a little weird to go into that space. I'm not really sure about the religion, but you don't know if certain countries follow. The point is, you don't know if certain countries follow certain cultural norms.
Yeah.
And what I didn't really like is some people were going like, "Oh, your company is going to die because." Or not die, but essentially implode on itself because it won't allow its talents to do a harmless meme. It may be harmless to the mass public.
Yeah.
But you don't know what sponsorships they may be trying to get.
Yeah.
And some companies are assholes. To be perfectly honest, like, some companies don't prefer talents to be very squeaky clean. It may be shocking, I know, because like, especially with the VTuber community typically kind of being ratchet as it is, some companies really do. There's some people who really do want that say so, like very like pure, like but like entertaining kind of like audience, right? So they are deeply uncomfortable with. Sometimes they're very deeply uncomfortable with the idea of like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want me to be breedable and submissive. You know? So I think that both sides can learn from this. I think that the company was wrong with publicly reprimanding her. I don't think she should have posted up an apology per se. They should have just got her to delete it and not say anything.
Yeah.
That would have been the smarter move. And I do. And you have to remember, guys, even towns like Hololive do get reprimanded for posting like really lewd content.
Yeah, sometimes the line is a little bit too much, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that probably the most loose company in terms of control over their talents is probably Face Connect.
Oh, yeah.
They are probably the loosest. Which is beneficial for them. I'm not gonna lie, it's very beneficial for them to be loose with their talents because Pipa is extremely popular for that reason. It does not mean I particularly enjoy her content because of that, but I'm not her main target audience, so what the fuck does it matter for me, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, there is something to be said about like giving towns as much freedom to do whatever they want. However, I'm also kind of like, if you want maximum freedom, don't work for a VTuber company.
Yeah.
Like, quite honestly, it's not worth it. Not because I don't think that you wouldn't do well in there. You probably do well, but if you will feel controlled like every step of the way, and you're just better off if you want to create a what's it, freedom?
Yeah.
It's easiest just to maintain it as a what's it called? As a indie tuber.
Yeah.
Like what we're doing.
Yeah, because you've got to weigh the pros and the cons of joining a corpo, right? And that's one of the cons, right? Like you really don't get to do anything that you want, right?
Yeah, you can see that also with regardless if you love Hololive or you love Niji Sanji, they're both going through it. You see it with how some towns are leaving because they don't agree with the what's it called?
Like the direction of
the company.
Yeah.
And does that mean that the company is dying and going downhill? No, it just means that it's creative differences at the end of the day. And it happens more often than you think. And it doesn't mean any company is inherently evil for that, for creative differences. And how they manage their company. Sometimes it honestly just means that you're not meant to work for that company. If I don't respond, taking a short break so I may be away from keyboard. No worries, no worries. But yeah, that's mostly Bards and not on my rambling on this topic because like would we ever work for a corpo? Oh, that'd be hard, right?
That'd be hard because, you know, there's the security of working for one, right?
Well, it depends. That's debatable.
That's debatable too.
Well, because like a lot of corpos have not been doing well, quite honestly. A lot of them have been closing. And the thing is that what we don't realize is that if we tell people like, hey, this is the reason why you're going to close down because you did this, you didn't allow your talent to do XYZ, it's kind of like it's another thing I want people to remember. Yes, fans do help line the theoretical pockets of that's why it was weird. Okay. Do help the initial or like build or keep the house warm. That's what I'm looking for. You do help keep the house warm. It's the sponsors and the collaborations from big companies that actually keeps the fire in the house, so to speak. So if they're unable to actually attract the people they're trying to actually get collaborations with, it honestly doesn't matter how many fans you have. Unfortunately, in the world of corpo, I feel, right?
Yeah.
Because you as a fan can only give them so much.
Yeah. Like, ultimately, you know, they kind of have to go where towards where the bills are being paid, right? Like, so it's a hard thing.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it kind of is sometimes, you know, with these situations, but, you know.
Yeah, it's not to say that your favorite talent doesn't appreciate.
No, they definitely do. I mean, you know, like, I think everyone who makes talent, everyone who makes content of some sort, right? People who watch and support that content, right? I mean, anybody would be, you know, like, very appreciative of that, right? But ultimately, in order for somebody to continue to do that, they need it to be worth it in terms of the time and energy that they put into it, right?
Yeah.
Because they need to be able to
pay the bills.
Yeah, to continue to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of the hard pill to swallow. It's just like that realization of like your Oshi appreciates because like your viewerships do help them inherently, but it's not always enough. And that's why companies close down more than not. That's the hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Did you guys think that you were gonna get this kind of discussion, the hard pill to swallow discussion?
The VTuber community.
Well, it's not VTuber. This is just corporate.
Yeah,
life.
that's true, right?
Yeah. And with both of us having been for me and you currently working adult, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is just like our personal experience, even just working on the corporate side of things, of how we have to be careful with how we represent our companies or how our companies want to be represented sometimes. Yeah. Even if we disagree with their position on things.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's just, you know, it's just a thing, right? Like, you don't really have control over that when you work for a corporation. Unfortunately, you know, it's literally baked into your contract. I will say that. So, you know.
Yeah, like, I think people don't realize how much control even Hololive talents have over their content. So many of them have cried on stream about what they've been blocked from. And it's really hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I think there was a time, was it Muddy who cried once?
Was it? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
Yeah. And people like their whole, because people might be like, oh, what about their prepay thing? Like, the company will pay for something and then the towns can pay it back. It only works if there's money.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you know, like, you guys gotta remember that just because the company pays for something, like, sometimes if you overdo it and you owe a lot of money, like, owing money is not fun. I will tell you this, guys. Owing money is not a fun thing. When you're in debt, you know, it can be even if the company is
amazing.
Yeah, is amazing, and they are, you know, like, you know, paying that bill for you in the first place, you still owe that bill afterwards, and, you know, working to pay it off afterwards is not a fun thing because your motivation kind of gets sucked up because of the fact that, you know, you're not seeing that next paycheck anymore, you know?
I think, like, Muna actually has that issue.
Yeah.
Because she keeps wanting to produce music. And she owes the company so much money, I think. It's like, she has gone on record going like, yeah, I'm in debt to Yago. And for her, it's fine. Like, she's accepted it, I think. Like, But it also makes you think like, oh, what is she taking home at the end of the day? Is she actually making anything? If it's she kind of jokes about it. I mean, everyone's gonna joke about their finances one way or another, right?
Yeah.
But I think for you and I, we don't like the idea of being in debt to someone. Well, you had student debt before.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to pay for it?
I will say that
You are paid. You have paid it off.
I have since paid it off, but it took me literally a decade to pay it off. I will say that right
and
now.
that's fast.
That's fast compared to a lot of people, but also at the same time, it sucked. It sucked so bad. And that was because I was hell-bent on paying it off. Like, I had it in the back of my mind that I had to do it, right? Like, most people don't get to do that. Like, you know.
And you're also lucky that your family had their own place.
Yeah.
Yeah, which a lot of people don't.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
So you could save. There were places where you could save money.
But you know, even in light of that, right? It was still so hard because it's like, you know, again, like, you know what I was saying before, like, you feel the burden of that debt because you work so hard every week. But then when payday comes, right?
There's nothing to look forward to.
Yeah, there's nothing to look forward to. So your own motivation to continue down that road, right, is like gone, you know?
At least in your experience.
Yeah.
Everyone's a bit different.
Yeah, everyone's a bit different in that, but you know, like, that's why it's like, you know, you hear about how, oh, this company is great. They'll put the bill for the stuff for the event that we want to do, or the
temporarily.
They'll put it up first, right? But it's not as simple as, you know, the company will pay for it at first, and I just gotta owe them, right? Like, that's a huge responsibility, being in debt to something, you know?
Yeah, because like you also have to think about how, like, what if you don't pay it off? What happens?
Yeah. What happens, right? Exactly. What happens if you can't pay it off? What, or you know, like, what happens if something comes down the road that you need that money more for?
Like
that?
medical bills, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, it's not an easy thing to just be like, well, I'll just go in debt to do that. Yeah, you know. And hold on.
Gotta check on the puppy.
I gotta check on him.
Yeah, I've been very lucky where I actually have never been in debt. At least, like, well, I don't really count credit card debt, because even for my credit card debt, I barely have any credit card debt. Which could be a bad or good thing, like, depending on who you talk to, because some people say you should have a little bit of debt for, that belief of you should always have, like, a little bit of debt, for your credit score? I don't ever understood that, honestly. Like, having like debt at all, you know?
What's up?
You know? Like, where's my OBS? I never even checked my YouTube to make sure. I completely forgot about YouTube to check chat, but it's okay. I don't think anybody's watching on YouTube. It's all good.
Oops.
At least I hope. Oop. Yeah. I live in a financial world of working 2 jobs and budgeting for the things I cannot relate to the debt stuff, and I live in the UK, so no random healthcare debts, but I'm scared shitless of debt. Won't even let myself go below half the monthly income of my current account in case I should. Yeah, it's hard when you live in really expensive places. Like, we both actually live in some of the most expensive places in our countries.
Yeah.
Arguably. And we're very lucky.
Yeah.
I consider us very lucky, at least in our living situation. Because we have parents that own their home when it was affordable.
Yeah.
And that should also, like, say something as it is, right? And even though it was affordable back then, it's barely affordable. It would be barely affordable for most people for example, Bard would not be able to afford where he lives without his current job.
Definitely not. Yeah, and even with my current job is tough, right? So it's one of those things where it's kind of like there are some small fortunate things that happen for the both of us, right?
Yeah.
And yet at the same time, it kind of evens out. I feel like, yeah.
It's one of those things where it's just like, you know, you take what you can, right? How's it look?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I need to shine those. I have to find where it is though in my pile of But yeah. But we're both very grateful for, like, you know, everything, and at least that we are able to spend time with all of you guys. And enjoy what we can with you guys as well.
Yeah.
Because not everyone can even do this as a hobby sometimes, or can afford to do this as a hobby. But we can.
Yeah.
And we try not to take anything for granted, especially each other.
Yeah. It's like I would love to draw more for you know, like more than just a hobby with this, but it's not possible, so I will take what I can get, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Kind of hard to do that mirror shine, like you tried to explain to me once. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's scary. We were doing well in the garage, but the car wreck followed by a heart attack was just... yeah. I don't envy your situation, Ilaria. Like, part of it is like, you can plan for only so much, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And then sometimes life is just like, you know those life plans you had? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Kylie's is almost up. Ugh. And we've been unable to find an affordable car. Yeah. Like, I actually want to possibly get Cappy Papa a new car eventually. Because their car is not very good. But Papa Cappy is so determined to drive that car into the ground.
He loves that car.
He both loves and like hates it, doesn't he? Let's see. And we've been able to find... Anyway, his insurance rolls over, and it's like an 8,000 premium. Good old USA.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why no one was well, barely anybody was upset that someone was killed.
Let's just say, yeah.
Mama Munii was very confused about it, and then to the point where actually Munii Bro and I, Munii Bro sibling number 3, and I had to explain to Mama Munii that there's a lot of medical related unrest going on, and that's a major contributor to, like, no matter what side you are on in politics, that is a major uniting factor for a lot of people, I think. And while it's unfortunate that someone passed away, it's understandable why people don't give a shit. So Yeah, that's just one of them. One of his mids alone is one. That's so depressing. 13.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we're pretty healthy at the moment. But also, it's another reason why, if we ever were to get pregnant, we are not having them in the States. Fuck that noise. I'm not going to debt over childbirth. Oh no. What do you think, honey?
Yeah, I'm kind of on board with you with that. I'm not. I don't think that's a thing that we would want to happen. In terms of, you know, the cost and stuff like that, right? Like, it would definitely be in Bounty Hunterville for sure.
Yep. How does it look?
Yeah.
I think... Oh, there's some errors I need to fix over there.
Yeah, like I could see some of the little pieces there, but that's fine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like how it's like double, like that. That's a really good idea.
Hmm?
Yeah.
What do you mean double?
Like, you know, the camellia up here, and then her down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice idea.
Lightly like that. Where were you saying where's the issue?
Oh, oops.
You can just point here.
The mouse is so hard. Okay.
Oh, up there.
Yeah, you see it? Yeah.
And this is why.
Over here.
And this is why we are a team. Glad I asked. Okay, now we have to remove this sketch.
Ah.
And check. And then we have to do the other check.
Mm-hmm.
This. See how clean it is.
Nice. Okay.
This is a little, see, right there?
It's a little bit, yeah.
So I had to fix that. And then this one's not super clean too, right?
Mm-hmm.
10. Now let's leave it at like 6. And then need to just do some cleanup, and then I can go back to doing Rika's commission. Well, we might take a break after this, because like I've left Bard to not eat for a while. And I'm a hungry man.
I am a skeleton now. I am a skeleton.
Yeah, you're actually more worried about when I don't eat.
Yeah, actually, I'm more worried about that than anything. Yeah, because you tend to forget.
What? Heart. Oh, hearts on the cheek. Right. Right. Can't forget that. Just fix that table first. And then... two hearts. Let me just make that. It's hard. That looks like more like an apple. A more angled position. Okay, let me actually. You know what'd be better if I just went back to Discord? Actually, no. The small heart is bottom right. How angled? Okay.
So this little one moves over.
They're both of them
Yeah.
are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's more angled. Be easier, Munii, if you just angle the actual the actual screen.
Wow, tools! Who knew you had them?
I know, right? It's more lower. It's kind of hard to draw a heart that small. Kind of, right? Because when you exit... It's actually more of the same angle. Why did I draw that angle? It's one of those things where it's just like, God damn it! Just don't worry about it, Luria.
Yeah.
Again, like we told you, like, well, like if as a client, you have the right to say if something's not right. And then I'm paying the... It's okay. Okay. So how does it look?
Yeah. Good job.
I'm muscle spasm. Technically, I can add something else too. The stroke of the... What's it called? About the last one, but this one's leaks better. Yeah, improvement. Not sure how far we put down. Yeah. How does it even look? There's no point to it, right? Maybe more like... that?
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so this one is done, and then... Well, I should save it without the backing. And then we can go back to Rika's starting. Well, tomorrow technically I can work on it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do art streams while you're working.
Good
Yeah,
job.
like work.
Yeah.
Like actual work.
Actual work, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that this is a good time to end off the stream, mostly because we haven't had a chance to eat.
There's a capybara skeleton in the corner right now. No, I'm just kidding.
But let's see who is online right now. right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll continue working on Rika's emotes. I can send this over to Illyria.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go grab and make sure that I feed the Cappy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we should totally raid small streamer Henya.
Oh yeah.
I like how we always do that.
I know, right? They need all the help they can get. No, they do not.
We can do. Well, it depends. Illyria, how long are you going to be streaming for? For no particular reason. Well, we can rate someone else, unless probably 3 to 4. Okay, yeah, we'll just send everyone your way.
Yep.
That's just you guys. But we gotta give you the more viewers. So okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope everyone has a good day, good morning, or a good afternoon, and we will see you next time. Thank you everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh, not the Be Right Back stream. Goodbye.